Hey everyone, this is my first, the first video of my new Motortown money making series. This is also my first guide video, so please do let me know what you think and what you want to see in the future. So as you've seen, this is a new character, so we can all do this. Assuming you are in version 7.11, as you can see at the top here. Because on the next version they'll be removing the Christmas delivery stuff. Unless you're playing far enough that it where you already back in Christmas time. So at the start of a new game, there's no cargo to pick up yet. All the cargo places, well, not all of them. Some of them will produce cargo eventually. It just takes some time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do some preparations. Also, as a new player, the main goal that you want to aim for is to get your driver level higher. You can do that by doing the quest. The first quest you're given is to take a hitchhiker, but that doesn't make any money, so I'm not gonna do that. And the other way to get driving XP is, well, to just drive. And it's calculated based on the distance, how much XP you're getting. So driving fast will be a faster way to level up your driving. And so I'm gonna be doing deliveries where that allows me to drive for long distances and at high speed. And for that delivery, I'm gonna need this truck right here. I'm just gonna rent it because I only need to do one delivery with this. When you rent a vehicle, you get to refuel and repair it for free. But there's a timed payment. As you saw, I paid 20 coins for this. And on the top right of the screen, it says 9 minutes. It started at 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes that I'm using this car, I'm gonna be paying that 20 coins. You can also drive the vehicles around the world that has the blue icon on top of them. However, those will have owner share. So when you do a job, whatever money you earn from that job, the non-existent owner of that vehicle will take a cut of that money. And we obviously do not want that. We'd much rather pay this very small rental fee. The only exception to that are trailers. Trailers do not have owner share. Once again, I'm able to get to a really high speed, so I'm getting very good driving XP doing this. Just gotta make sure I don't overheat. You can see on the lower right of my screen the fuel and heat meters. If you overheat, you lose some coolant, which means it will be easier to overheat if you have less coolant. Oh, of course, I get blocked. So yeah, you don't wanna overheat ever, because it's just gonna keep getting worse. You can refill your coolant on garages. There's one over there. And it's really cheap to refill, so even if you overheat, that's fine. Just don't do it too frequently. And while you're overheated, your engine power is also down. So if you do overheat, it's best to just let off the throttle, even if you want to go fast. Because if you're still on the throttle, then it's gonna take longer to get that heat down. And you're not able to make as much power anyway, so yeah, the faster you can cool the engine to a reasonable level again, then the better you'll do. Also, at the bottom of my screen, you can see my steering and pedal input. So now my heat is really high, and I can't shift to a higher gear because this thing only has 4 gears. So I'm reducing my throttle. Now once again, I'm going really fast, so I'm gaining a lot of driver XP. The goal for this video specifically is simply to reach driver level 10. Driver levels are important in this game at the start because it's required by a lot of things, like upgrades and vehicles. They usually have a high driving level requirement. So if you're a new player, you want to just be driving around at high speed while doing a job ideally, so that you're also making money. I don't have a delivery right now, but I'm going to a cargo pickup point right now. What else do I need? Yeah, I'm just going to the next pickup point, so I guess you can just skip this. There should be timestamp in the description, or should be visible on your video, the red video progress bar. I'm not gonna talk about things too far ahead, so skip to the part when I get to my pickup point. Unless you wanna watch me drive there. Thankfully, the speed limit on these roads are quite high, so I can just drive as fast as I can, and the police wouldn't care. Oh yeah, I am going over the speed limit right now, but the police didn't care because you can go 20 kph over the limit. It's only when you're 20 or higher that the police will count you as speeding. Okay, I'm now entering the town area of where my delivery pickup point is. The road here is mud, so it's very slippery. So if you need to turn, it's actually really good to go into the grass where you'll have more grip on the grass than on the mud. The only downside of driving on the grass is it has higher rolling resistance, so you'll be a lot slower to go on the grass. As I said earlier, there's the cargo pickup places don't yet have much. They're still producing the cargo, and I'm not actually taking from that one because, as you saw, it loaded the pallets, one towards the front and one towards the back, because that pallet is too wide to place side to side on this. Yeah, this one it fits like this, so I can have four of these. And now I just go back and deliver this towards there. I don't really have much else to say until I get there, so feel free to skip again to the next timestamp. Gonna use the grass here to slow down and turn. It's fine to be on the oncoming lane for a few seconds. The police wouldn't care. Just don't spend too long on the oncoming lane or they'll come after you. I think I just barely got back on the right side of the road there. Once again, I need to manage the heat so I don't overheat. I have my throttle at like 80-70% right now. And it looks like the heat is not going up anymore. So this is perfect. Oh, it just went up. I'm gonna reduce. I'm already driver level 4. I'm gonna take a left turn here because it's just an easier road to drive through. If you look at the map, you can see this other path has a winding road. I don't know if this is faster, but I prefer this road. Okay, so we made it on our first delivery. We got all the way from level 1 trucking, level 42. And that's because if you're below level 11 on any job, you're actually earning 10 times more experience. Like normally, actually, maybe it's 5 times. I'm not sure. Normally, you would earn way less experience than this for a delivery that pays this much. So now that I have some money, the next step is actually to take a loan from the bank because I still don't have as much money as I need in order to do the next money making thing. And the bank is over there. There's a few things I want to buy, and I'm gonna need around 100,000 for all of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bank, take a loan, so I have more money, and then go to buy the first thing that I want. So feel free to skip to the next timestamp. Okay, I'm at the bank. I'm gonna take 20K loan. I'm not sure. I have to pay more. I can pay less by reducing the hours. I'm gonna do that. Hopefully that was the right thing. I don't really take loans in this game. So now I gotta go to the truck stop. For here, you can choose whichever of these trucks you want. The the flatbeds and the box ones. I'm only truck level 5, so this is the biggest one I can get. This one is longer, so it fits more. This one is bigger than these two. And this one is slightly longer. It says 4 meters. It's only 3.7, but I don't really care about that zero point 0.3 meter, so this is what I'm gonna get. And the reason I'm getting this, even though this is smaller than the other flatbed, is because I can go to the shop and put a trailer hitch on this one. That's also why I'm buying this instead of just renting. So that's an option as well. If you don't want to spend your money, you can just rent one of the trucks. Oh yeah, there's actually a few more things that I want, but the hitch is the important one. Want my Oh, it doesn't count my character because this is a different character. I have to find my own setup. Well, this could take a while. There it is. I don't really care about most of these things. I do want the intake. Wait, 15? What's so expensive? It's 3,100. Oh, the spring. Just so I have a good looking truck. Uh, so yeah, I got the long intake. I also want, I think 2.73 is the ideal. Let me see my notes. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go back there again to make another delivery. I still have 56,000. Oh yeah, I need something here as well. So if you wanted to buy the bigger truck, make sure you take the appropriate loan amount. I only got 20k because I only needed 100k. I still have 56k right now because there's a few more things that I need to buy. This is the blueprint store. I'm here to buy a parking space. And that parking space will go to a house lot over here. That house lot is worth 50,000. And that will allow me to teleport for the next delivery once I'm done with the one that I'm going there to do. So I'm gonna need to do 2 more deliveries. Well, I don't need to, but I'm only driving level 5 right now. And before I reach level 10, I'm gonna want to do more deliveries so that I'll have more money by the time I get to level 10. And I can do just 2 more deliveries. Oh, and I thought this was appropriate to get the decals. For those who don't recognize this is the Wooting logo. They sell keyboards and a few more things. Their tagline for the first keyboard is to take control. They have a strap on that keyboard that says take control and it's black and yellow. So that's what I made for this car, for this truck. Because I am using a Wooting keyboard. That's why my interface on the right, my key helper interface is confused whether to display a controller inputs or keyboard inputs because my Wooting keyboard is using is set up to have controller left and right triggers on my W and the S key. So I'm able to control my throttle with my keyboard and my braking. I'm using mouse steering as well. And that's it. I'm just gonna go to the house that I want to buy, so feel free to skip again. It's a long way. That loan option might have been too short actually, but I should make it to the house before it asks me for more money. And I think it's just gonna put me in debt again, like when I rented the Bora at the start. I didn't have money at the start, but I can still rent stuff. Just puts me in debt. The important thing is I can buy the lot here so I can teleport back. And I think I still have plenty of time to do that. easier to turn on the grass, so I'm cutting a little bit, but I still want to be on the mud when I'm going straight. Then on the grass again, so I can turn. Be careful going down here because of the mud is slippery. You might end up with your car facing the wrong way if you're not careful going downhill on the mud. Here's the house, well, the lot, and then the parking space. Gonna park it so I can spawn it for free next time. Gonna remove my waypoint because I don't need it anymore. Uh, there's a trailer spawner here. That's where I'm going next. Actually, it's better for me to pick up cargo on this truck before I grab the trailer. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, this bed is wider, so it has space for six. Because it can have two side to side. On the Bora earlier, I couldn't do that. The bed was just not wide enough. I think the Bora had 1.8 meters wide bed. This one has 2 meters wide. Also on these spawners, if you try to spawn something, it will despawn your vehicle. So you want to park your vehicle first and walk up to it before spawning and make sure the landing gear is up. It will just lift up when you hook anyways. And this cup is not having a good time. And the reason I pick up the cargo before attaching a trailer is because of cargo stealing. If you look here, uh, now that I have a trailer attached, you can see this is 2628. But if I detach the trailer, it pays more. 3393 now. That's the cargo scaling in working. That is to make smaller vehicles worth using, and I want to interact with the cargo to rearrange it if it's sliding around like it was. That looks perfect. But yeah, there's a cargo value scaling mechanic in this game. The more of the specific cargo you're trying to pick up that can fit in your vehicle, the lower the value. You will always get paid more the more you can fit in total. You get paid more in total. but it doesn't just like double when you have double capacity, so that the smaller vehicles are still viable option. Using a massive vehicle will earn you more per trip because you have more cargo, and even with the value reduced, the total amount you get paid is still more. But also you could be slower at doing that delivery, so it's not always worth it. Usually it is worth it to take a bigger vehicle, but sometimes it's not. That's also why the I'm I didn't grab the mighty. Not only is the mighty, how do you say this? The mighty is bigger, but I can't add a trailer to it. This thing with the trailer has more capacity than the mighty. And then there's the tronko, which is even bigger than the mighty. That one actually has similar, possibly more capacity than this. But because I have the advantage of detaching the trailer so that I get paid more for some of my cargo, this actually ends up being higher paying in total than if I had a tronco, even though I can fit the same amount of pallet. The tronco is long enough to fit 5 pallets in a column, but it's also not wide enough to fit 3 of the wider pallet. Like the bags in my Kira flatbed right now, these are wide enough that you can only fit 2 rows on the tronco. But the ones in my cage trailer are slightly narrower. The cage trailer is actually very similar to the Bora earlier. So if I tried to load the bags that I have in my Kira onto the trailer, it will only have 1 row. So it only fits 2 instead of 4. But with the tronco, it's just barely wide enough to fit the ones that I have in my trailer in 3 rows, but not the ones that I have on my flatbed. So it's a toss up on whether which cargo is available. As you saw, they're still in production. Like there was not that many extra pallets I can pick up. What else do I have in my notes? Cargo stealing, cargo arrangement. Yeah, when I interacted with the cargo, it sorted them out. But when I loaded the trailer, the cargoes were sliding around. So after scrapping it, if I interact with it, it places them in neatly again. And that's it. You can skip to the next timestamp now. I'm just gonna be driving to the destination now. Always have to be careful when you're pulling a small trailer. The small trailers are a lot lighter than they look, so it's easy to get them swinging around. They don't have much grip as well because of that. Not much downforce. And this one only has two wheels. The other small trailer has four wheels, but still very low grip. Even if you load it, there's just not that much grip on these small trailers. Yeah, as you can see, now the XP and the money is has a difference of 10 times because I don't have the below level 10 bonus anymore. I'm still only driver level 8. So I'm gonna teleport and do the same thing again. If you skip from the previous timestamp, there's still nothing here. I'm just doing the same delivery as before to go to the next timestamp. Yeah, below level 10, driving level 10. This is the best way to make money that I know of. So I'm just doing it again until I reach driving level 10. You see some of these boxes are not well placed, so I just walk up to it. You want to strap them down first though, because they might just slide around again if you do that before strapping it. Have to drive carefully because of the trailer. Don't wanna get it disconnected like I did before. This is also why I went with the flat lid instead of the box. It's just more stable because it has lower center of gravity. Driving level 9 now. That NPC took that corner really slowly. I thought we could go through it faster than that. I'm not used to having traffic, NPC traffic, because I usually play in TWL. When a server is below 30 FPS, it doesn't spawn NPC traffic anymore. And because TWL is usually populated, there's it's very rare to see traffic when you're playing there. And that's it. I should be really close to driving level 10 now. If you're watching this and I don't yet have the part 2 of this series, you can just keep doing this job. I think this is already a really high paying job. But now I'm almost level 10 driving, and when I do get driving level 10, I will be able to start a company, and that should open up so many more high paying deliveries. Because with the company, I can do contracts. I'm gonna start heading to the city hall now. That's where you create a company. And that's it for this video. So yeah, I'm gonna make a, a second video after this to show for a new player like this character what the next step is, what's the other, and there it is. I'm driving level 10. What's the other really good high paying job that we can do now that we have the ability to take contracts through the company. So that's it. Uh, like I said earlier at the start of the video, this is my first guide video. So let me know what you think. Leave some feedback. What can I improve? What should I improve? There's probably things that I need to improve. Uh, and what you want to see. What other guides you want to see, or what other Motortown videos you want to see in general. Although I already do have plenty of other Motortown videos, so you can check that out. I have hundreds already, I think, over the 2 years, almost 2 years that I've been playing this game. And of course, if you liked my video, click the thumbs up. And if you want to get notified for of my future videos, then hit subscribe. And here's the city hall. I'm not gonna make the company yet, but just to show
Hello.
you here, it's free. Just need a name.
Hello.
This is where you make company. When you make company, you can take contracts, and that means a lot more money from many other cargo deliveries. That's it for this video.